There we go. All right. That should be good. I don't know what that was about. I don't think we need a reminder. Let's share. Copy. Settings. I wish so. YouTube does this thing where it automatically creates a vertical of the stream. I wish that it would allow you to crop like where the camera is and all that stuff and like position everything around. But it doesn't, so oh well. Okay. Give me one sec. Copy that. Okay. Should be good now. So we got up to the top of here with our boy Sir Mervyn. And we probably have to fight this boy, this guy up here. He's got a little quest marker on his head, which means he's probably not our friend, or maybe he is. Maybe he's a good boy. We have not really changed equipment. Oh, he doesn't. Right. That's right. That's not better, is it? Maybe for magic might, magic mending. Elemental damage reduced by 10%, so we're losing some defense, but we're gaining some magic protection. That might be good. I don't know. We got bracer with attack, charm. Unless their back is turned. Interesting. That seems decent. Whatever. I think we're good. Oof. Armamentalist is kind of low. I don't know. I think I might want to level that up just a little bit. Skills slash, yeah, it's probably not great. We probably want to get, well,
sure.
Okay, he can still use that, it seems. So I guess instead of armamentalist, I guess make him a champion. Champion's pretty good. So we'll go with that. I'm just trying to like churn through them all. Oh, I didn't even say I'm live in my Discord. Let me do that. I'm live. There we go. So yeah. Again, oh, come on. So yeah, this is the work of the Almighty. So he seems like a great guy. For doing this to us. Finally, I've found it, the guiding light, in all of its unholy glory. Interesting. Another pilgrim. Smithers. Humble envoy that the Almighty has taken under his endlessly benevolent wing. One of the order, one of the wretched flock who betray the Holy Master. So to parrot them back at you. Once this flame is extinguished, those pesky spirits will be sealed away on a plane of darkness forever. If I may. Wants to seal the world in darkness, the Almighty does, huh? What a hoot. It seems not only the guiding light there will be extinguished today. That means he's going to kill us. That's what that means. He's threatening us. Do you gotta shoot here? Ooh, Smithers hits pretty harshly. Kaboom might be good. Fatal Flash, Hand of God. There's like a whole war going around me right now. That's what all the noise is. Ooh, I think we're under attack. Jesus. Dog, door, Amazon delivery person, phone. Let's hit him. Let's hit Smithers with that. Okay. Axel's now back. Why didn't you? There we go. Okay, Smithers is almost done. And there he goes. We've beaten Waylon. The screen's really bright, as you can tell from my camera. Good God. Okay. There will be no salvation. Why would the Almighty be saying there's no salvation? Very weird. Very strange. Alright, let's grab it.
Sir Mervyn, is everything all right? You found the guiding light, I assume?
Damn right.
I have indeed located the guiding light. Be at the ready. I will send it to thee now. It would seem that the guiding light hath opened a door for thee. However, I must beseech thee, have caution. It would appear that the Almighty is displeased with the spirits. I shall depart this place at once and endeavor to learn more about his actions. Verily, I shall return to fight by your side anon. Till then, prithee, take great care.
Thank you, Sir Mervyn. I hope that we will meet again soon. We should be able to use the teleportal now. Come, there is no time to waste.
Alright, let's hop to the new island, which is the old island. Let's... change... I guess... Mentalist. Alright, I might be on the other side. I don't think we can go through here yet, right? No. Alright, this takes us to Burnmount. Okay. Alright, let's head on into the mine, I guess, or do we jump down? I guess probably not. Just hop on in. I love how so many Dragon Quest games have this sort of... I hate to call it because, you know, Final Fantasy kind of uses it, you know, the world of ruin that happens. With so many Dragon Quests end with, like, such a depressing spin on the world. Like, a lot of Dragon Quests, from what I recall, all end with evil kind of winning. There we go.
We did it.
I guess let's head into here. Oh, yep. Flame the fire spirit gave us has gone out. Doesn't make any... Oh.
Huh?
Hey, what's up, Matt? How you doing? How's life? The almighty, might not be so almighty, is what we're finding out. I'm super tired as well. It was a long day for me, so... And tomorrow we're flying. So tomorrow I gotta get the house all ready. Oh wait, this is like a boss. These guys are fucking tough. Never mind. I was like, what is going on? Let's hit him with that. There we go. He'll be staying with my brother, so I have to drop him off tomorrow. So that's gonna be a big drive. I gotta drive an hour there, hour back. So that's gonna be annoying. And then pretty much have to get ready to go at that point. This... He does, but he also doesn't. He used to like it a lot more before the new dog over there came along. But he's starting to like it again because the new dog, I say new dog, he's like 3 years old now, 2 years old. But Axel's like, you know, 5 or 6. So, he used to like it a lot more over there. When he was the new one. But now that Remy exists, he doesn't really like it that much. There was like a bit where he really hated going over there. Like it was kind of sad. He did not like. He would notice that we were taking him over there, and he would just want to stay in the car. And I was like, "But you like it here?" And I was like, "No." But now that Remy kind of leaves him alone, he's back liking it. because Remy would kind of bully him. Yeah, it was essentially like I was bringing him to the vet. He did not like it that much. Make sure he doesn't bully. Well, you know, sometimes he needs to be bullied. No, they kind of ignore him now. Like, it's kind of funny how much, like I said, went from, getting in his grill to leaving him alone. Oh shit, I should heal. Hey, what's up, Dusted? Ooh, I should probably heal. Multi-heal. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a lot of driving. So I gotta drive there, drop him off, drive back, get the car packed, drive to the airport, then fly for 3 hours. So, not looking forward to it. Not looking forward to it. I'm sure it'll be a fun trip though. Just gonna be a long day. And then a long other day, 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 and then back home. Just fucked up some barbecue, that's good. Or not good. Depends on your usage of fucked up. Yeah, it'll be nice seeing their house. Okay, you ate it up, good. Yeah, it'd be nice seeing everything down there, because like I said, I haven't visited them ever down there. Once they moved to Florida, I kind of kicked them out of my life. My parents. So I guess I should yeah, I haven't seen their house or anything, so and then I'll come back just in time for Pokopia, so excited for that. Nothing down here. Which, the more of watching the what's it called, the treehouse thing, the better that game just keeps looking. So I'm pretty excited for that. Remember when, like, this is gonna sound weird, or it might like date me or something, I don't know, but do you remember like the treehouse stuff back in like the Wii U era? Like maybe even before that, like that, like the Nintendo treehouse crew, like back then, like actually like seemed more legit and like excited and like personality and like cared about the games a little. Like, I don't know, like the past like 4 years of the treehouse shit, it just doesn't. Maybe I'm just older, maybe I'm just more jaded, you know, since I'm talking about 10 years ago. But I remember actually like looking forward to the treehouse stuff. Treehouse hasn't been good since the 3DS era. Okay, it's not me. Okay. I remember like looking forward to treehouse and like looking forward to them talking about the game, but now it's just like everything's like just feels so fake. And like they don't really, I don't know. Yeah, okay, Matt. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it just feels like a business presentation tuning into it now. Like, Yeah, we need protection. Like, I used to actually be like, oh, it's a treehouse presentation. I gotta tune in for that. And now it's just like, oh, turn that off. Now it's just a corporate slide deck. Corporate PowerPoint. No, 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 I already talked to you. Don't talk to me again. What was the overlap with 3DS? Was 3DS Wii or was 3DS Wii U? I feel like DS was Wii and 3DS was Wii U. But I don't know the exact years for the 3DS. Head for burn mount. Okay. Nah, I wanna fight some more stuff. Never mind, I don't. Okay, that makes sense. It's the one console that I kind of regret getting rid of was my 3DS. I gave it to my nephew. And that's the one I regret. Damn. I need a heal. Especially since I hacked it. I had hacked 3DS. And it was the Zelda 3DS. The gold one with the Triforce on it. There we go. Yeah, right. I know. There's other expensive ones too, like the there's like a Nintendo, like an SNES one. There was like the Galaxy, like the purple thing, right? It's like a purple, yeah, the Galaxy one. 3DS in general is just so expensive, and it's so weird. It's so weird to see the 3DS go up in price. It always boggles my mind when a system that has sold billions of copies all of a sudden goes up in price. I remember when you could get like a refurbed 3DS from Nintendo's own store for like $99 in like 2015 or so. 2016, 2017. I remember that Wario guy would always post the deals on Twitter, and he would always be like, $89 3DS, and everyone would be like, lol, nobody's buying that anymore. And now everybody wants 3DSs. So I'm always like, where did they go? Where did they go? Why are they so expensive if there's 2 trillion of them made? To the point where Nintendo is practically giving them away. Why is it so expensive? Come on. You still have yours in a jar, yeah. I have the... I luckily bought the PSP Vita before, like, that went crazy. I remember when those were, like, $60. Now I think they're, like, all, like, $150 and so, like, $180. So, I remember I got the Vita when it was, like, $50 or so. And it was like brand new, like brand new. Like I couldn't believe how clean it was.
Understood.
It's kind of like the PS TV or whatever it was called. The PlayStation TV, when they released that, it was like a Vita, but it was like a console that could hook up to your TV, and like they did not sell at all, to the point where Sony was selling them for like $20. It was like stupidly stupid to buy one, and I didn't buy it because I was just like whatever. And then once people started hacking them and people started doing interesting things with them, and then I think now they go for like $100 or so, $120, and it was like they were literally giving them away for almost free. Like, all right, let's jump. See, I knew we had to jump down there. Alright, let's fight this Majin Buu looking thing. Damn. Shit, they're like $200. Yeah, I told you. It's crazy. They were like, Sony was literally giving, like, almost giving them away. They were like $20 because nobody bought them. Because everyone was like, why would I want to play PSP games on my TV? And then years later, people were like, oh shit, playing PSP games on the TV would be really awesome. Like, yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, it's stupid, right, man? Yeah. It's absolutely crazy.
Excellent.
I wish I bought one when it was $20 or whatever. Should have done it.
Sure.
Paladin, pirate, sage. What else do I need to unlock? Yeah, you really don't. You don't know what's going to be manipulated to be worth money in the future. And that's what I always say, because it's not always the market that is smart. I'll just say that. What should I... Warrior, maybe? I guess pirate and sage. He's mastered that. Evocations. Thief and shepherdess would unlock that. I don't even know what that would be. I guess she could learn pirate as well. Because like a good example is of course Pokemon, right? Like Pokemon Red and Blue, they sold 50 million copies. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they did not just get thrown away. They did not just disappear overnight. And if you see what some of these resellers, what some of these game stores have, I'm talking bins this size, this deep, full to the top of Pokemon Red and Blue. Like, all being sold for, all being asked for $50 because they control the supply. That's one store, right? And now imagine all of the stores all buying up the supply. Like, of course, it's just going to go up and up and up and up and up.
I feel great.
I've told the story. Like, it used to, I remember going to MagFest years ago, and a guy was, if you don't know, Pokemon Red and Blue, they used to sell for $5. Dead serious. You can check price charting. You can check any website. They used to sell for $5. They were so abundant. They were everywhere. And one year at MagFest, there was a guy just handing them out. Just like, here you go. I like your cosplay. Here, take Pokemon Blue. Like, this is like 2008, 2009. I don't know. Like, here you go. Like, just handing out, here's Tetris. Just handing out random Game Boy games. People don't understand just how not expensive retro games used to be. Unless, like, you were around. There were games that were always expensive, like Panzer Dragoon Saga or Earthbound and stuff. But expensive meant they were like, well, Earthbound like $80 to $100 back then. Panzer Dragoon Saga, I remember it was like $300. I'm trying to think of some other ones. This is a perfect example. Total rant, but this is a perfect example. There's a game on the Sega Saturn called Magic Knight Ray Earth, based off of the anime and the manga. Axel, dude, I'm in the middle of something. Thank you. Company brought it over here to the US to sell it for the Saturn. It's one of the last Saturn games sold here. I forget the company. It's the same company that did like Lunar and stuff. I forget the company's name that brought over Lunar, right? And for the longest time, people always assumed the game was a rare, and the company that made the copies and sold them and brought it over here, the head of the company has put out numerous statements saying this game isn't rare. We actually sold a lot of copies of this game, and they've even said like, yo, like this game should not be selling for like $3,000. There's actually a lot of copies of this game. Like, we sold a lot of copies, guys. And what's even funnier was not only did they sell a lot of copies, the company's website up until like 2008 still sold the game. They still produced and made a Saturn game into like 2008, and they kept selling this game. And you can find forum posts in like 2008, 2009 of people buying this rare game direct from the manufacturer for $50. And now in like 2026, the CEO of that company has is it Way Forward? Is that it? It might be no, not Way Forward. Is it Way Forward? Who did? I'm gonna Google it. Lunar game. Who did it? Who brought it to the US? Their game Saturn. Come on. Who? Working Designs. Working Designs. That's who it is. So Working Designs website still sold Magic Knight Ray Earth until like 2008, 2009. And originally like game journalists or whatever kept saying that like, oh, Magic Knight Ray Earth only sold 1,000 copies. It's one of the rarest games ever made. And the Working Design CEO has like over the years constantly been like, guys, this game actually sold like 50,000 copies, like 100,000 copies, and we've sold more directly on our website. This game is not rare. Like, you don't have to pay this. Don't pay this much money. This game isn't rare. So it's very funny. In 2026, Magic Knight Ray Earth sells for like $5,000, all while the CEO of this company that brought the game over and published it has pretty much begged people not to pay this money because there are more copies of this game out there than people think, and that the game isn't actually that rare. So it's very interesting that a company like a CEO or ex-CEO or somebody within the game industry has been begging people not to pay the stupid prices. So I've posted about it on like Reddit and stuff, like being like, guys, like, because anytime like a rarest game, most valuable game comes up, people always bring up Magic Knight Ray Earth, and I'm always just like, guys, here's links, here's this, here's interviews, here's this, here's forum posts from 2008, 2009, 2010 about people talking about buying the game directly from the manufacturer, directly from Working Designs for like $60. This game is not rare, people. This was not a hard to find game. To get it, all you had to do was click a link and then go buy it on a website. Like, it wasn't like Panzer Dragoon Saga, where only like 30 stores in the entire US got a copy, and you had to hunt for it because they only brought over like 10,000 copies or whatever. Like, it's not like that, guys. All you had to do was click a button on a website and you got the game. Like, like there's no reason that this game should be worth that much. Well, like I said, for some reason people just have always had this idea that this, because it was one of the very last, it might have even been the last Saturn game manufactured in the US, like printed and everything. It might have been the very last game. So there's always been this, it must be rare because it's the very last game to be made, to be released for the system. And Working Designs have just put out, I think the guy's name is Vic or whatever, and he's put out statement after statement. It's being like, this game isn't rare. The game actually did really well for us. I don't know why people keep thinking it's rare, but the public could just figured that, oh, it's one of the last Saturn games, it's got to be rare, and that's now the thing. And now people, the other flip side of it is because everyone believes it's rare, now the people that actually own the game won't sell it because they think it's worth tons of money. Once again, showing that the value of something is really just not actually tied to anything, right? Because just because people believe the game is rare, now everybody is holding on to the game, thinking it's rare, willing to pay high prices because they can't get a copy because everyone believes it's rare, even though there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people with this game sitting in their cabinet or in their basement, and this thing that's not rare all of a sudden becomes rare because everyone is afraid to sell it, and it keeps propping the price up higher and higher and higher. So it's very interesting. And yeah, the PSTV thing is like, I hate to say it, but like, there's certain things in the video game world that I truly believe is just manipulated just like a WoW auction house. Like when they set the price to like $20 for the PS TV thing, it would not shock me to learn that some dude who runs like 10 retro game stores went out and bought 1,000 of them and then just sat them in their back room of their warehouse, set the price to $100 and just waited for them to sell over the course of like 5-6 years. Spend $10,000, get $100,000.
We did it.
Like people always make fun of that. Like what was it? Like there will be like a special edition of like a console, right? And someone will buy it and then immediately put it for sale for like, let's say they bought it for $300 and they immediately put it for sale for $500. And everyone's like, that's not going to sell. And it's like, the person doesn't want it to sell right now. God damn it. The person is just waiting for the time when it becomes $500 and then somebody buys it immediately. Yeah, that was rough. Sheesh, I don't even want to think about that, man. He didn't cut his head, he impaled his head on a box cutter. Oh, man, just blood everywhere. It was not good. I wonder if his store is still operating. He's another one that, like, you know, like his store is a perfect example. Like when I was there, he had like this CRT TV there, and he was like, he had a different one. And I was like, oh wow, this is a really neat one. He was like, yeah, I'm putting it up for sale. Like, you should check it out. And I was like, oh, how much? He was like, oh, $1,000. And I was just like, okay. Like, like, do you really think somebody's gonna buy that? Like, it's like, if I wait long enough, somebody will. It's like, okay.
Excellent.
Okay. I wonder if it's still there. I wonder if he's still trying to sell it. Sage Gladiatrix. Let's...
Sure.
It's funny because I keep like changing jobs, so like I never like sit in a job and I never like feel powerful because I'm always changing jobs. Like, look at this. Stick with the job? No, because I have to unlock all of them. See, I haven't unlocked some of these. Stick with a job. You crazy? He crazy. Troubadour and Jester. Stick with the job. What was really sad was there's two really sad things talking about retro gaming. There's a retro game store in a mall kind of nearby that is like notorious for just like disgusting predatory pricing. They are like made fun of and mocked by like the entire retro gaming community, which I thought was great, because they're just insane with some of the pricing. And I think I've told this story. They had a copy of Mario 64 that was in a fire that was burned, and it had a sticker that said, yes, this actually still works, and it was like $90. And everyone was like, dude, what the? Everyone on Twitter was like, this was years ago when it was still Twitter, everyone was like, what the fuck are you, like, why, like come on, why would you, like, what do you gain from that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, why would you even do that? So, like, it was very funny that the sort of retro gaming community all attack them for it. And they've had like other things as well that they've posted that everyone's just been like, what are you doing? Like, this is just stupid. But that was the one sad thing. And then during pandemic, or like shortly after, I guess it was shortly after pandemic, because we still during pandemic, but like when you could go places, I guess. So like retro gaming was like just starting to boom. I guess it was a little bit before pandemic, so it was when the retro gaming stuff was just starting to like boom. And there was a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a vintage store in a city nearby. So we would go there and look at stuff, and they started carrying video games and stuff, and it was really sad because they started carrying bootlegs and hacked ROMs and stuff, and it was just like, dude, because like this town was like very like old, so it was just like, you're like trying to trick old people or something. Like, this, like, that's not cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was never any like warnings like, this is a repro, or this is a hacked ROM that isn't actually real or official or anything like that. So it was always like, what are you, like, why are you doing this? That started popping up a lot, and I always felt bad, because like I said, it was a little town that was very, very more like older clientele, so obviously trying to scam people essentially. It's a place called Ellicott City, and its claim to fame is anytime it rains, the entire place floods and causes like massive destruction to the entire town.
Like the town is like seated all the way like below sea level and stuff, and like super down in like kind of like a valley. So it's like once it rains, town's gone. Town is just disintegrated. But like it's a very historic town, especially with like railroads and stuff. Like some railways and rail museums and stuff like that are around there. And it's also like a very expensive place to live, and it's like very famous for its like restaurants and things like that. But it's a very expensive place to live, and very oh, I so went the wrong way that I exited. Wait, what? Damn. So yeah, not a good thing to be known for. Oh man. So you got me distracted that I forgot what direction I was going. Distracted myself, yeah. You're not wrong. How do I get in there? Is a better question. Can I jump? I thought I did jump, right? Here it is. So that's one bad thing about this game is they don't label the chests, like which needs like a thieves key, which needs a magic key, which needs a ultimate key, which needs anything. So like you go to it and it's just like unlocked and they all look the same. So kind of sucks in that. It is weird since every Dragon Quest game marks the chests. I'm also very disappointed. My Animal Crossing short was getting like a lot of views, and then all of a sudden nothing. All of a sudden YouTube stopped recommending it, and I lost it all. I thought it was gonna go viral. I thought it was the secret to success. Apparently not. Yeah, it's really weird. I've wondered that as well. A lot of people have, because it was getting like a couple hundred views every hour, and then it hit like 1,500. I got like over 1,000 on YouTube, and then it was just like and just stopped entirely. I never will understand how YouTube does that. Like it's just it's like the like Gong Show essentially. Boom, like get them off the stage, the hook comes out and just takes you off. But like it was weird because that video was getting a lot of likes and stuff, so it was like I was getting even engagement. So I was like, why did it stop when it was getting engagement and views and like people sticking around and watching the whole thing, which is very hard on YouTube terms. So no more Faye today. She went back to Lori's mom's house, so Axel is happy. My computer is happy. And Faye's happy because she's probably eating bolognese or Alfredo. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The Almighty fought against the Demon King, but ended up getting beaten. What he did was, just as he was about to be destroyed forever, he split off 4 parts of himself. Each of those 4 parts ended up in charge of one of the elements: earth, water, fire, and wind. Burn Mountain's the most fiery place in the whole world, so naturally the fire spirit came here. That's when the locals started to worship him. That's how the story goes. Assuming there's some truth behind it, I'd say we're about to encounter someone who's just about as powerful as the Almighty himself. No. Okay,
Sure.
let's change some vocations around so we're like actually ready. It's very interesting though, right? It makes you think, right? Like the Almighty didn't die. He split his consciousness into various pieces of the world. So who did we resurrect? When we went through time, who did we resurrect? Did we maybe kill somebody and then resurrect them? At a different timeline? What do I want? Just a hunch. Just a hunch, right, Matt? Just a hunch. Let's go save. An educated guess. We resurrect some guy that's kind of skinny. He's kind of skinny. He's claiming to be the Almighty, but he's pretty skinny. No skinny boy. He then, for some reason, really likes monsters. I don't know, maybe we fought someone that was evil, really evil even, and he was kind of skinny, with flashy hair. I'll do that. Who goes there? That you? Are you the fire spirit? I burned too weak, too dim. Too weak, huh? Time for you lot to do your thing. Should put a bit of fire back in Burnmount's belly. Burn anew. Grrr. Oh, there he is. You who have awoken me, humans. We need your help. We need you to free us from the great darkness that's fallen over our land. I will not. We go to the trouble of firing you up and we don't get as much as a thank you. Unless, yes, I have an idea. Admire those who with fire in their hearts and a spark in their souls. Prove yourself. Fine. Alright, I like how she ran away. Alright. Fire spirit.
Here you are.
Is he weak too? Nothing. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Does anyone have oomph? Having a stroke. Yeah, nobody had, only like one of us had like an ice attack. So. Sounds good. Probably should heal. I was gonna say probably should heal, but that's pretty good.
Ready. Victory.
207. You just recovered 207. Oh, she can oomph. She can oomph herself. Three. He had 3 damage. Okay, he's dead. Inconceivable. Humanity's flame must have come to burn much more brightly during my absence. I will honor my promise. Say that many lands have been engulfed in darkness. I sense that they have been sealed off from the rest of the world also, so let us shed some light on the subject. Yeah. Oh. Well, it looked nice for a second. Could it be him? If so, then my power alone will not suffice. I cannot hope to save all the islands that have plunged into darkness. The strength of all 4 great spirits will be required. Where might we find them? Earth spirit on a desert island swept by sandstorms in a kingdom ruled over by a wise and courageous queen. Wind spirit in a valley blessed with a fresh, invigorating breeze and populated by people who inhabit the sky. Water spirit beneath the waves, waiting the return of a warrior in a submerged paradise. It's roused itself from an icy ocean. Okay. Blasting off. The ocean's on fire. He looks like a Mega Man boss. Ooh, he dropped something. Just conveniently floating down to us. Fire amulet. So you're probably thinking, well, how did he swap places? How did he do it? Why did we resurrect him instead? And to answer your question, I honestly don't know if it's ever explained. Oh, we have to take her back. How do we get there? Can I zoom? I can zoom. Spell fails. Never mind. We can't zoom. Maybe in this game they explain it more. The idea, I think, is that I'm trying to think. I think the idea is the Almighty never died, like he said. And the Demon Lord was able to trick the roamers into resurrecting a being that dies. And he was able to trick them into believing that the Almighty dies. I think there's some time travel. My take on it is the Demon Lord knew that the Almighty, him being God, can't die. The only way he could beat him is by splitting him up, weakening him so much that he has to split his power and lay dormant. The Demon Lord knew that since he's a monster, can die. So the idea is that he put it into the minds of the roamers, the people who resurrect people, that the Almighty would need to be resurrected. Even though the Demon Lord knew that the Almighty can't die. So them resurrecting the Almighty was actually his plan to be resurrected. Because I think the plan was he's going to fight Almighty. He knows that Almighty's too strong. He's going to die. The Demon Lord is going to die because Almighty's just God. But if he did enough damage, God would have to dissipate. And then if he gets resurrected, he could then take the dissipated God and make sure that God could never come back, thereby essentially killing him, as I think the gist of it. So he tricks the roamers, the people that are resurrecting. He tricks them to resurrect him instead of Almighty. That's kind of the gist that I remember. Like I said, I was kind of remembering it when we were fighting him, because I was like, wait a second, we haven't seen, there's one guy we haven't seen yet, and I know we see him. I was like, oh, that's right, that's so remember I kept saying there's somebody we haven't seen yet. There's one person we haven't seen yet. You might remember him. If you recall, there was another person in the party at the start of the game. And for about 25 hours, he hasn't been part of the party. You should kind of lose him pretty quick. But all through that battle, I was like, wait a second. This isn't the end, because there's... Where's he? I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Switch all these back around so that we can start leveling up our jobs again. It's an interesting twist. Yeah, it really is. But I remember like everyone just being like, "What?" I mean, huh? So it's very interesting. This is a very funny thing about Dragon Quest VII. So Dragon Quest VII has sold the most copies. I might have mentioned this on stream before. Dragon Quest VII has sold the most copies of any game ever for the PlayStation 1 in Japan. But here's where it's interesting, right? It is the top-selling game of all time in Japan. But if you look at sales reports in Japan, Japanese sales reports, it will say Final Fantasy VII is the #1 game of all time. It sold the most copies. I ask you this, chat. Why is Dragon Quest VII the game that has sold the most copies, yet Final Fantasy VII is #1? And I will give you 10 seconds to answer that. He's waiting with bated breath. He's thinking.
There we go.
Doesn't have an answer. Okay. Because Final Fantasy VII got released twice in Japan. It got released normal release, and then there was the international version that then was released in Japan. The original Final Fantasy VII did not have weapons in the game, and is actually missing quite a bunch of content that the developers kept working on, because they kind of released Final Fantasy VII very early in Japan. And because of that, after they released it, they kept working on the game, fixing bugs, fixing this, adding all this stuff, adding all this extra content. And then they re-released the game only like 8 months later, I want to say. Maybe like 7 months later, as Final Fantasy VII International Edition. So, the sales rankings for franchises combine International Edition and the normal Final Fantasy VII release for Japan. So it's pretty much 2 games combined in one. And that's why Final Fantasy VII is at the top, even though Dragon Quest has sold more. Dragon Quest VII has sold more. A lot of people don't really understand just how big Dragon Quest VII was when it was released in Japan. It was a very, very, very big deal. And there's been a lot of talk recently about why sort of Dragon Quest no longer has that clout in Japan. It's not that they don't have the clout in Japan, it's just like, it's just not that sort of monumental. Like, it doesn't halt the entire country when a Dragon Quest gets released like it used to. Some people believe it's due to just how long between titles. Somebody posted online, they said when Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6 came out when they were in grade school, they got to experience them in grade school, going from like grades 4 or like grades 3 to 5 to 6 or whatever. Now, a kid in high school that played, let's say, Dragon Quest 11, right? He's now 30. No, he's not that old, but you know, Dragon Quest 11 came out in what, 2017? So somebody who was 17 in high school is almost 30. So how do you build a connection to a franchise like you used to? So my joke actually wasn't that far off, and that's kind of scary, right? Like, that's actually, my joke was a little too real. But you know what I mean? How do you form a connection with a franchise? Look at Pokemon. Boom, 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 boom. Game, 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 game. Kids are able to keep staying on top of a franchise. Young adults are able to stay on top of a franchise as it keeps releasing games. So young adults just aren't having connections with these franchises because they're just not being made like they used to be. So yeah, no, a 10-year-old who, or let's say a 10-year-old, yeah, let's say a 10-year-old in grade school who played Dragon Quest 11 on release date, he's now graduating college. He played the game when he was in 7th grade, and he's now graduating college before the sequel came out. How is the kid supposed to stay with the franchise? You know, how are they supposed to be connected? Growing up for me, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX. These all came out like a year to 2 years max between them. Of course I had a connection with the franchise. I was growing up with it. Pokemon, same thing. I was growing up with the franchise. It was changing and growing with me. So of course I have connections with these franchises. So of course. Yeah, well, that's why me as a kid, I had a connection with Final Fantasy more so than Dragon Quest, because Dragon Quest wasn't really coming out here. You know, we got Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3, and that was pretty much it, if I recall. I don't think we got 4, 5, and 6 over here. Maybe we got 4. I can't remember. We didn't get 5 and 6. Those were Super Nintendo games, and I don't think those came out over here. So, yeah, how is a generation? So now think about it. What are kids connected to? Fortnite. What does Fortnite get every year? A new season, a new collaboration, a new mode, a new this. It's constantly changing every year or two. It's getting new things constantly. It's constantly staying relevant. It's constantly growing with the kids, with the young adults. New updates constantly. So you get these kids and young adults that are now attached to the franchise. Like, it's not that crazy, and I think it would benefit Square Enix to maybe release a game every year, even if it's not the greatest. Like, even if it's an 8 out of 10 game, even if it's a 7 out of 10 game. just to keep the connection with the fan base going. But they won't.
Sure.
All right, let's kill these two things and then get out of here. Oh, I didn't even notice that our health is so far down. I'm gonna have to heal. And I have a sneaking suspicion, this might sound weird, but I have a feeling that one of the reasons that we have not gotten a Half-Life 3 is because I think most kids these days and most other people are not connected to the franchise like they used to be. And Valve does not want to release a Half-Life 3 that does not sell well. It's kind of like how Disney does not want to ever make a Mickey Mouse movie, because if they release a Mickey Mouse movie and it doesn't sell well, that looks bad for the company. So they never make Mickey Mouse movies. That is a thing. That is a reason. That is a real aspect with that franchise with Mickey Mouse. Like, I don't believe Half-Life Alyx really sold 10 million copies. So that's always been my theory. Is that they're following the Disney theory or the Disney strategy of never release anything with your mascot because it could spell doom. It would be very embarrassing. And then I did a video on the YouTube like a couple weeks ago about the merchandising of Final Fantasy versus Dragon Quest. If you haven't watched that, you should give it a watch, give it a like. It's actually a very good video that I put together. I kind of just winged it. I didn't edit, I didn't anything. I just hit record and just kind of brought up stuff on my computer to kind of show the differences in how Square Enix treats Final Fantasy versus Dragon Quest when it comes to merchandising, and why Dragon Quest does so well in Asia versus Final Fantasy and stuff. So if you haven't watched the video, definitely give it a click, give it some watch time, give it a like. It might blow your brain. It really might confuse you too. It's a very interesting look. Don't want to spoil it, but you might be like, what the fuck are they doing? This is gonna sound like a woe is me thing, but like when I check my like video statistics and such, it kind of annoys me how many views I get on Phantasy Star Online. Not that it's like a bad thing, but it's just like one of those, it's just like, really? But I've done so much more than, I'm so much more than Phantasy Star Online, guys. It's like, no, you're not. It's like, okay. Guess not. Whack. Whack. Known as the PSO. Well, the problem is, so here's the thing. The problem is that there's like no, I hate to use the term, but I'm going to say it, content creators who do anything for PSO. So, due to that, when I make a video like showing how to install PSO on the Steam Deck, or show a video explaining some things on like random Easter eggs in Phantasy Star Online, or I do a video for like the YouTube shorts of like funny moments or like grinding for stuff, or like talking about the drop rates. Those are like 5 or 6 videos. I've done like 10 videos on PSO. So because of that, I get a lot of views, even on videos that are not good and I'm kind of embarrassed by. In all honesty, like some of the content isn't the greatest. Like I kind of was winging some of it, and you know, yeah, like some of it's not my best, and I'm just like, don't watch this, dudes. Like, don't watch that. Like, like I have a video on Phantasy Star Zero, and like I am not a Phantasy Star Zero like aficionado or anything. I played the game on stream. I did like 10 streams of it. I put like, maybe not 10, I probably did like 5 or 6 streams of it. Probably put like 10 to 12 hours in it, and then I did a video on it. You know, I'm not a Phantasy Star Zero expert. And like that video gets like thousands of views every few days, and I'm just like, oh god. Like, I probably said some stupid shit in there, because I'm not a PS0 expert. Axel, what are you crying about? Axel, come here. Come here, bud. Or they're all calling me like slurs in the comments. I just assume everybody is calling me slurs in the comments. I've been around YouTube since the early days. It's all slurs. Even though I've heard it's gotten better, but I doubt it. I have to see what he's crying about. And there's like shorts, there's like YouTube shorts that I've made like 6 years ago that still get like 100 or so views like a week. And I'm just like, what? That's why I tell people like Twitch isn't good. Twitch isn't good. Like, think about that. Like, even though I'm like kind of mocking it, I'm mocking it because it's like 6 years ago. So I was like, you know, like 30. So like, you know, I was pretty dumb, you know, some of the stuff that I was doing and editing and posting, you know. So I'm just like, ugh, you know, that's embarrassing. But like, that's a perfect example on why Twitch is terrible. Like, I have people discovering stuff I did 6 years ago constantly and subscribing to me from it, you know. And it's like, that doesn't happen on Twitch, because the moment you hit end stream, you essentially fade into the ether and are nothing in terms of Twitch. Once you hit the end stream button on Twitch, it's just like, whew. you're gone. You're dead. And whereas on the flip side, on YouTube, like I just said, I have videos from 6 years ago that are still getting like hundreds or so views. My problem is that like it's hard to do videos because I have this imposter syndrome, and I just keep believing that only subject matter experts should do videos. Just kind of like what I said about the Phantasy Star Zero thing, where it's like I played the game for 12 hours. I didn't beat it. You know, I had a lot of fun with it. I streamed it for like a week and it was fun. So I make a video and then I'm like, I shouldn't have made the video. I didn't beat the game. I didn't do any, like, you know, like I'm not the spokesperson for this game. You know what I mean? It's like I shouldn't have done that. But really, there's nothing wrong with it. And it's the same thing with like Lori too. Like she'll come up with like an idea for like a YouTube video, and then she'll be like, somebody else has already done it. And I'd be like, yeah, somebody else has already done it. But like, how many times has somebody done the fucking like video of like, did you know in Super Mario 3 on this world, if you stand on this block and hold down, you will drop behind the game. And it's just like, or behind the world. And it's just like, yes, every 6-year-old who played the game in the 80s knows that. What are you talking about? That's how you get the warp whistle. What do you... It's like... Did you know in Mario, if you jump on top of the level, the underground level, you'll get to the warp pipe? It's like, yes. What person didn't know that? But no, people still make videos like that, and they get tons of views. I'm serious, Matt. You're laughing, but it's true. It's true, dude. Like, it's there's something to be said about knowing that you're not the only voice in the void, and then joining the void, if that makes sense. Instead of thinking that, no, I have to search for my singular voice in the void. There is a beauty in the sense of like people just being like, nope, we're all doing this shit together. So I'm gonna talk about, I don't know, what's another like thing that everybody who's ever played a game knows. But, you know, I'm gonna talk about like, did you know Aerith dies in Final Fantasy VII? And I'm gonna make a video about it. And it's just like, oh. Okay, so there is like I said, a sense of embracing the void, right? Which you have to. It's like a musician. Like, are you really going to be like, no, I'm going to only use scales and chord progressions that have never been in a pop song ever? And it's just like, okay, have fun with that. Nobody's gonna listen to your shit. You're never gonna get discovered. Nobody's gonna find what you're doing interesting. Nobody's gonna connect with you. Nobody's gonna go, oh, that's interesting. You know, it's just gonna be, you know. So you have to realize that your voice is just like everybody else's, and you know, maybe people just like a certain different spin on it, you know? All right, let's hop on this huge warship. Think you can board our vessel? Away with you. No, they don't want us.
Aye, aye.
Monsters. Did you ever see a monster use a rope? It's a human. Oh, it's Shark Eye.
Can it be 2 years since Captain Sharkeye agreed to head the Royal Fleet?
He's unfrozen
What
now.
have achieved is truly remarkable. Alas, no matter how many monsters the crew of the Sea Dragon defeat, they seem to come back in ever greater numbers.
Yes. I rather fear our successes have drawn unwanted attention from the forces of evil. Perhaps this was to be expected. And rumor has it that the reckless devil intends to deliberately draw the master of all monsters to a distant corner of the ocean and finish this once and for all.
But Your Majesty, that is unspeakably dangerous. Captain Sharkeye may be a mighty
So
pirate.
when we were at Magfest, Mike took care of all of the food and
Why, it was
tons
only
of stuff.
last
He bought
night that
everybody
Lady
food
Anais
every
had
night
announced
and
she was a child.
hooked us up from Wednesday to Saturday, getting pizzas, getting food, getting all this stuff. So the other, like when we got back, I ordered the Star Trek Enterprise Lego set for $400. And it was delivered the other day, so it was on back order for a while from the Lego store. So it just showed up, so was able to get it over to him today. Something like 4,000 pieces.
And that's the end of it. If we don't make a stand, there'll be no future for any of us.
Yeah, like there's this thing that I don't know why, but I don't like just giving people money. Like, you know, people are like, oh, I'll Venmo you and stuff like that. And Mike was like, don't worry about it. If you really want to, you could throw me a couple bucks. And I was just, so everyone, and I was just like, I don't want to Venmo. So I don't want to give them cash. I don't want this to be some transactional weird thing, like, you gave me pizza, what's the value of the slices of pizza I ate, et cetera, So I was like, you know what?
Bro, kill all the lot of ye.
I'll get him the Lego set for $400 rather than giving him $50 a day,
If we can't put a bit more wind in these sails, the monsters will be upon us.
Or $100 a day, I guess is what it would have been.
Between ourselves and Buckingham. Set a course to the southwest. Avast rigging. Time to put an end to your daydreaming and get to
I should have got him the Switch 2
Set all
instead.
except the fighting
Shit.
men below decks.
Maybe that's what I'll get him the next convention, that he takes care of a ton of stuff.
Captain Sharkeye, I'm here as a representative of the Kingdom of Buckingham. Myself and my men wish to fight alongside you in your final battle, and we will not take no for an answer.
Ha ha! If there's one thing I've learned these past few years,
Oh, I have to check something.
it's
Give me a
that
sec.
You Buckingham boys are a stubborn bunch. You're welcome along on this voyage. Though I've an idea you'll be regretting your pig-headedness before our journey's through. Truth is,
There's a convention that we're trying to go to, so I'm checking if the hotels are available.
The Demon King possesses a power beyond all reckoning. But even should he best us, we'll not go down without landing a broadside or two. We can but try. And if you Buckingham boys are of a mind to join us on the road to hell, far be it from me to stop ye.
We've nothing to fear, Captain. The water spirit will see that we don't perish. We'll send those monsters to Davy Jones's locker, and ye'll be back in Buckingham at Lady Anais' side in no time.
Ha ha! That's the spirit, shipmate. Now, I'd best be going above, casting a weather eye over the waves. Ahoy there, Mr. Tar. Anything
Nope.
to report?
No hotel rooms. That sucks. I'll check again tonight. Damn, I was saying earlier I wanted some ice cream. I could go for like a nice snack. I took my. This is the first time this has ever happened to me since, you know, the Wegovy is supposed to, or like, you know, whatever the whatever injection thing you use. It doesn't. It's not supposed to go into like your blood. It goes into like your skin, and it just kind of. And I did it on my arm earlier, and like that thing like went into me. Like I have never. It fucking hurt so much. And I, like, after it was finished, I took it off, and there was just blood coming down my arm. I was like, oh my god. I was just... I was like, is this correct? Like, is this good? I was like, holy shit. So I'm like Googling, I'm like, is it okay if it went in there? And then, like, I was like, I guess, like, I picked a site that was maybe a little too flabby, not like taut enough. So I guess that's what it was. So when I pushed it down, some like skin pinched into the where the needle came in, you know what I mean? And like went like just all the way through. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's like, oh my god. I've never had that happen before.
Unborn child who needs ye, and a crew here on the Sea Dragon who needs ye just as much. Where would I be without ye, Tar? Ye sentimental old fool, ye. I need you salty sea dogs no less.
It's just funny. It's like I always tell Lori, I'm like, it just goes into the skin. It just goes into the first layer of skin. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't anything. And I'm like, ah! Oh my god.
You know, Tar.
Take it off, blood. Just like, ah.
I saw
It's like when Homer's shaving and he's teaching Bart how to shave. He's like, just do this, and then a tissue here, tissue here, tissue here. As a kid, I didn't understand why the scene was so funny. But it's like funny because he uses his face as cover. Yeah. Tissue paper. You're not supposed to cut yourself 17 times from shaving. And then he's like, time for some aftershave. As Bart's just like, get out of me. It's crazy.
Prepare the fire on my command. Don't let him catch ye unawares now, boys. Ready?
I never use aftershave either.
Fire!
The scene is still going on.
Okay, so
No, it's not a nightmare. Alright, let's go talk to Shark Eye.
Captain Shark Eye, we brought you the boy and his crew, as requested.
Very good, Mr. Riggin.
He does not sound correct.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Good day to ye, lad, and to your shipmates. Let me start by apologizing for the welcome ye received. The sea dog who cast down your rope is a rough old salt, but his heart's in the right place. Now, Maya Maid's been telling me a little of your adventure so far, and of what else has been afoot in the world.
So the trash people took another piece of furniture.
We've been adrift so long.
So the garage is like almost getting like it's almost there. I probably would say about 3 more weeks, 3 more trash pickups, and the garage will be enough for me to park my car back in there again.
Could the sea dragon truly have been frozen solid for centuries? I'll not say it's impossible, of course. There's little I'd put past that scurvy scoundrel, the Demon King.
Yeah, there was one point where the garage was totally spotless and clean. And I took a photo of it. I was so happy. And then within like a month, so much shit started showing up.
And if my sources speak truly,
And
one of
yeah,
these
it just
was the Kingdom of Buckingham.
filled up once again.
Is that correct? Then the king would have given ye a little something by way of thanks. The sea serpent saber. 'Tis a unique trinket.
Yeah, well, it was like because we cleaned out the garage and then we cleaned out the basement, and then we were like, okay, let's move this stuff from the basement into the garage. So
I entrusted it to Buckingham's care on the morning myself and I've no doubt that he passed it on to ye, knowing that somehow, someday, our paths might cross.
I will say, I used to go into the basement a lot when I had like my computer and stuff down there, and it's
go a long way to proving that what you've all been
very
telling me is
interesting going down there now, because I maybe go down there once every like 2 weeks or so, and every time I go down there I'm like, whoa, I forgot this entire basement is clean. Like, what?
Why?
It's like, this is weird, because it used to be a mess, so like I keep forgetting that we did clean up everything down there.
My dear Anais is long since. Come. I need to talk to ye man to man. It seems we know now what brought us this far. The question is, what course to chart from here on out? How to escape these dark doldrums in which we find ourselves becalmed. Tain't all doom and gloom, of course. We're no longer frozen solid, for one thing. If only we'd not been encased in that accursed ice for so damned long. I'll not be meeting my Anais again anytime soon. Do me a favor. Hold the saber aloft once more. That mark ye bear, lad. 'Tis the watermark, there's no doubt. Which can only mean... The arm! It burns!
I trust you can hear me. You who are the last hope of the Almighty. You who have brought light into this world of darkness. You who have been chosen. You who awoke the fire spirit. Your power is great indeed. The awakening of my other siblings may not be beyond you. I am the water spirit. For many centuries have I slept, but always have I watched over you. Now I too await my awakening.
Do we have to fight you?
Fire, earth, wind, wake first my fellow spirits from their slumber. When you have done so, come to Rainbow Cove, Sea Serpent Sea.
Rainbow Cove.
Summon the power of all three spirits and call to me. Water brings life, earth nurtures it, wind carries it, and fire allows it to flourish. And when all is ended, life returns to water. The four great spirits shall free you, free you from this world of darkness. I am the water spirit,
Yeah.
and I await my awakening here beneath the ocean waves.
What's this? The mark on my arm is up and disappeared. And it's as I thought. As me dreams suggested. You are my heir. My duty. The one myself and my crew were unable to fulfill. 'Tis yours now. The watermark on your arm. 'Tis complete now. And your course is clear. You're to do as the water spirit said. And track down the wind and
It is
spirits.
funny in Dragon Quest how
There isn't a
the
moment to
protagonist
lose.
is silent,
The
especially in
flames
this
will
game
so
since he's
burn
like a
in
kid.
the
So he's,
shrine of
you know, you have
mysteries.
this old man
Lead
who's just
ye
like,
to them.
go do all
Fire,
this. You're my
wind,
heir. You're
earth.
filling my duty. And then, you know, the main character is like,
Rouse all four spirits from their slumber, and this world will be free of this accursed darkness at last. So let's set sail for the island of Estard without further delay. We'll take care of the navigation, lad.
okay. All right. All right, Riggin. Any movies or shows you're excited for, Matt? Chat. Yeah, as old as time. The old Zelda. Well, Link. But still. You don't even know what movies are coming out. I am so done, Matt, with it being 30 degrees out. Especially these days where it fucking starts at like 53 degrees and then by night it drops to 20. It's just like, what the hell is going on? This is like really annoying. And I don't know why, but it like straight up infuriates me. I'm getting angry. Like, I'm getting insulted. The other day it was like 53, 54. And then by like 9 p.m., this was yesterday, it was like 53, and by 9 p.m. it was like 29. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I was straight up angry. I was like, we went from 50 to below freezing over the span of like 5 hours, 4 hours maybe. Like, what the hell is going on? It's 29 where you're at. Yeah, I am done with this. I'm ready for spring. Shoot the damn groundhog in the head. We're done. We're done with this. I like to imagine like a European or something listening to me, and they're like, groundhog? Spring? What? What does that have to do with anything? It's like, don't ask. Stay out of it. Don't get involved. It's between us and the groundhog. He is a terrible hit rate. Yes. Thank you, Matt, for knowing that. I felt like I'm the only person that knows this. He's like got a 20% success rate. it's better to go against the fucking, they should change it at this point. Like, for real, they should be like, actually, if he sees a shadow, it's you know, like, to keep the thing going, you know, to keep the ha 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 myth going, they really should switch. Yeah, it would immediately, oh man, these guys, what are their names again? I forget. Skeleton swordsman, just that's it? Damn. Shit. I thought they had a fancier name. No, just straight up what he is. Skeleton swordsman.
Here you are. Huh? Here you go. My gratitude. Thank you.
All in a day's work.
Stupid groundhog. He's not that he's in PA, right? He's in Pennsylvania. I really should go see him at some point. I really should plan a trip.
That was easy.
Sure.
Nobody? Okay. No, I haven't seen it.
Yes? Whoa.
I know people liked the recent one, right? People like the recent movie. The classic music. Queen not here. Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
Huh?
All right. Directed in private.
Sorry.
She gonna, like, attack us? Be assured that we would no longer suffer. My beloved desert was soon engulfed in darkness. Yeah, that'll happen. People are terrified, and as their queen, I cannot suffer their misery to continue. Deep beneath the temple palace, sealed away in the shrine for safekeeping, lies a jewel of great evil known as the Blood Ruby. Feared that somehow this ruby was the source of our troubles. Being so, I paid a personal visit to the shrine and prayed to him for insight. No. Sinister. So this is where it was hiding. Then it happened, almost without warning. Monsters swarmed into the shrine as if from nowhere and stole the ruby. Almighty. Stole the blood ruby. Almighty took from you a jewel of the same kind, did he not? Yes, he's took the blood ruby from us. We trust in the Almighty no longer. Must turn to force that has protected we desert dwellers since memorial. Spirit of the land. Yes, Al-Balad. Okay, we'll go and talk to him. Okay, we'll bring one of his sons. Or I guess it's down. No, guess it's up. No, guess it's not any of up or down. It's just no, never mind. Guess it's up. There we go. I haven't played a Mortal Kombat game in ages. I think the last one for me was like Deadly Alliance. So that was what, like PS2?
Hope you're ready. We did it. Ready. Excellent.
Oh yeah. Didn't people really like that? Alright, he's about to be max. They have a bit more.
Oh,
Nobody wants to go.
Okay.
He will go. I'm assuming it might be the guy in the back.
Now. Oh.
No. Yeah, I gotta bring the trash cans up. They're still down by the road. Alright, let's go to him. Nope. Can't open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's interesting. Progress has become impossible restarting from the last autosave. Jeez. That's weird. I've not seen that. Huh. That's pretty cool. I guess it detects any sort of glitches, any sort of clipping errors, and reloads. That's neat.
Indeed.
Meouch.
Ah.
Okay, now back out we go. What time is it? Let's hop here.
Right.
He is everywhere. Yeah. Yes.
I say.
Ritual must be performed. Okay. Alright, perform the ritual. Take as long as you want. Yep. Take as long as you need. Slow and steady. Oh, nice. We're watching an old man draw in the sand. So you came back right in time, Matt. He's pretty good. We gotta go back to learn how to draw a face.
All in a day's work.
I feel like it's taken like forever to level up these vocations anymore. I feel like I was able to churn through them so fast. Maybe because I was there were like more boss battles that were given extra. We haven't really done a boss battle in like a really long time. Okay. Spell fails. Okay. I was really hoping we'd be able to wrap this up by we'll definitely wrap it up by the time Pokopia comes back, because we'll be will we ugh, because we'll have one stream Wednesday, because Pokopia comes out Thursday, so will we be able to wrap this up in one stream? I don't know. We need to go into the shrine. Alright, let's go to the shrine. I'm super excited for Pokopia. I was trying to explain it to Mike because we were out at lunch, and I was like, well, it seems like it's like a post-apocalyptic world where everybody's dead and a Ditto takes on the form of a dead human. Possibly. I don't know. And he was like, you're fucking with me, right? And I was like, no, nobody knows. Nobody can figure this out. And he was just like, jeez.
Oh.
It's his brothers. They broke in here to rob the place.
Oh.
I'm sure it's just like, I don't know. I don't even know what the real lore is. Nobody knows. But it is fun that everyone's just going with this idea of like it's a world where Pokemon or humans don't exist, and the Ditto found a corpse and became the human.
There we go.
This is all easy. There's no reason for me to do anything. He's not doing any damage. We can auto battle through this. Easy. Yeah, some of them can be. Like the manga was pretty, there were like some weird things like using like, I forget what Pokemon they used like its poison to like put in the eyeballs of somebody to permanently blind them, like Team Rocket like kidnapped somebody and then like dripped like Croagunk poison into his eyes to blind him or something. Yeah, it's like what the fuck? So what is Team Rocket doing? Like there's some weird like really, yeah, it was in the manga, it was in the comic. Should be another easy battle where we don't have to do anything.
My gratitude.
Time to finish this!
Here you are.
There we go.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Surprised we didn't. Okay, there we go. You just level up Dancer.
Oh, thanks. Oh.
Alright. Get on with this. The Royal Key. That's not what we needed, though. We need a... We just need an image. Yeah, let's go ask the Queen. Alright, let's go ask the Queen. So it's very interesting. I was reading up the other day that apparently the inspiration for Dragon Quest VII was point and click adventure games. So that's why it's sort of a departure on all the combat and everything. It's mainly about talking to people and just progressing the story via talking and finding objects and bringing them places and talking to people with certain objects in your inventory and stuff. So it was very much influenced by that, which makes sense because Yuji Horii, some of his first games that he made were like those like murder investigation adventure games on the Nintendo. So the general I guess idea was like after like the popularity of games like Myst and other adventure games of the 90s, Yuji Horii kind of wanted to harken back to his early days making adventure games and make Dragon Quest more like that. Oops. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I read. But yeah, playing the game, I can 100% see it. Playing like the original and such. I used to love adventure games. They were my like favorite game type. That and RPGs. Yeah, like point and click adventure games, Monkey Island, Space Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, Hero's Quest, King's Quest, Quest for Glory, like all of those. I played them so much. Not Myst. My parents, I remember my parents played Myst and Riven, Seventh Guest, all of that stuff. Those were too, I don't know. Kitschy isn't the right word, but I don't know what it was about them that like even like a little kid me was like, meh, I don't know.
Sure.
Luminary, there it is. I was wondering what other jobs we need to get. He's churning through them. Maybe Myst is good. I don't know. I don't want to know. Quite frankly, don't care. I remember with Riven, my mom kept dying at a certain point in the game. That's one thing I remember.
Time to finish this! Good. Let's move.
Too hard for your kid brain to figure out. Yeah, it was definitely one of those games that was like, you just buy the player's guide. Was there death in Myst? I can't remember. Like game over or anything. I can never remember.
Ah.
There's a game over, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Some of those adventure games had some like really strict game over things. Have you ever read up on like what killed adventure games in the 90s? Because the genre like straight up died. Like everyone was like, nope, we are done with adventure games and we are never playing them ever again in the 90s. It's really interesting if you've ever looked into it. I don't know if you have, but like the industry just said, fuck it, we're done. And consumers also went, fuck it, we're done with this. There's the infamous, what many people believe killed adventure games is there's a infamous are we supposed to extinguish it? I don't know. What is it? There's a very infamous adventure game that came out in the late 90s, like 96, 97, I want to say. It was the last Gabriel Knight game. And there was a puzzle in that game that is infamous in adventure gaming history. And it's pretty much considered the moment every adventure gamer just kind of threw their hands up and went, all right, I'm done with this shit. This is stupid. And what the puzzle was, if I can remember. Again, it's been so long. You need it like a disguise to get through a certain area. This is all like, I could be entirely wrong, but for the most part, this was the gist of it. You needed a disguise to get through an area. So you were looking for things like something to wear, something this, and nothing was sticking out, right? So you're clicking through all these scenes, you're clicking through and you're trying to find something, you're not finding anything, right? The solution was, and I'm not kidding, the solution was you needed a fake mustache, right? To sneak in, right? There wasn't a fake mustache though. The solution was to use cat hair on your face. But the solution wasn't to just grab a cat, no. The solution was that you needed to use tape when a cat walked by. So you had to then apply tape to a different object. But then you would think you would use that object with the tape on the cat to create the fake mustache to get the cat hair. But no, you actually had to place the thing with the tape on the ground, and then you had to scare the cat to go over to where you placed the thing on the ground with the tape. And then you would get the cat hair. Then once you had the cat hair, you could then combine the cat hair with something else, and then combine that with something else to then make the fake mustache. It's considered what killed adventure games, because everyone just was like, this is stupid. This is absolutely insane. Exit, done. And it's considered like the puzzle that sank 1,000 adventure games, like the thing that finally did them all in. It sounds sort of familiar. Yeah, it's pretty notorious. Nobody would think to do that. Nobody would. Not a single person would. But that was the thing, because it became not about making a fun adventure game. It became about everybody was just getting so caught up on like making the most challenging game, or a game that would take 10,000 hours to beat, or a game that would do this, or a game that would do that. Nobody was thinking about actual gameplay mechanics. Nobody was thinking about those things. And that's why it's considered like the game that like finally made like players snap, kind of, and just say, we're done with this. And I was thinking about it because, like, you know, the other day when we were talking about how games need to respect the player's time, that is a perfect example of an entire genre of games that started to just disrespect the player's time and disrespect the player's intelligence and disrespect the player as the puzzles got stupider and stupider and stupider, all with the whole purpose to waste the player's time. And what happened? Players then stopped playing those games and just said, we're done. We're done. So it's interesting, like, you have a type of game like that where you disrespect the player's time so much that that players just stop even buying the type of game. Like, they're just done. So yeah, I would highly recommend reading up on that infamous puzzle. It's a good one. Hey, we got the eyes. Mouth sealed so tight. 2 ears born from the same heart. Alright. 2 ears. Kill him. Shield of Shame. Nose to search high and low for secrets. Alright, there's the nose. We need the mouth, I guess. Level 1. Oh no. Mouth sealed so tightly, silence would open it. Yeah, we did that already. Oh, do you just go into here? Do we just... As I've said, I have many years playing puzzle games and point-and-click adventure games. Easy. Alright, we should be able to go to the old man, and then we should be able to get this guy, and then I'll probably wrap it up. We have a long day tomorrow with lots of driving and flying. I think we still can't zoom, right? Yeah. It's a shame that they stopped zoom from working. It feels kind of like it's artificially padding the game out, because if we could just zoom places without doing stuff like this, I feel like we'd be able to wrap this up a lot faster.
That was easy.
Sure.
That's right, he leveled up Thief. Oh, Monster Master. Yes. That's actually a really good job. That's the one fourth up. Okay. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Shepherdess and Thief. Okay. So people, we're gonna have more people with that soon. That's a really good one. Let's you summon them. That was your second cast, yeah. It's a pretty nice nice one. If I knew the requirements for it, I would have tried to get it earlier. What was the Oasis? There it is.
Oh.
There you go. There's the man's jewels. We're gonna have to fight him too. Who dares rouse me from my slumbers? Oh, it's you. Shown wisdom and courage. In return, I shall grant any wish you so choose. I have need of we spirits, and the world has need of you. Very well, but first I must see it to it that my people are protected. It's done. That was quick. That was easy. Okay, we don't have to fight them. That's good. Alright, we got that. And off he goes, flying into the sky. Yeah, right. Oh, his poor back. Okay. Let's head to the temple. Okay, we lied. I guess we're not heading to the temple. So there's the next one. I think that'll be, oh, then there's one more after him, after the next one. Alright, I'm gonna go run to town and save, and then wrap it up. May as well kill all these things.
Leveled up. Oh, there's the reward list. Okay, so we need 50 for the silver fragment. Okay. I was wondering where. We still have 3 more vocations that we have to unlock.
Sure.
Which I guess is these. Yeah, Luminary, Pirate, and Sage. I guess for what is that? For, oh, she needs Shepherdess for that, yeah. Paladin for that. Yep. Alright. Let me save. Alright. Save. No. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it. I guess the next stream that I do will be on Wednesday. So I will be gone for quite a bit. And then hopefully we can do the next 2 spirits and knock that out in a day. Maybe I'll do a long stream on Wednesday so that we could finish this game. So I will see you guys then. So thanks for hanging out and have a good night. And yeah, thanks for the good trip wishes. Appreciate it. All right. I'll see you guys later.